So first of all, my first question is Spider-Man Freshman Year. Dude, that was an awesome series of announcements. It also raised a lot of question marks for us diehard MCUers. Charlie Cox is there, Doctor Strange is there, whole plethora of Spider-Man villains. That's set before Civil War. What can you tell me about how you guys are fitting that into the Marvel Universe with all these characters we have maybe heard of, not seen, some we know already? What can you share?
Well, like we said in the panel, it follows the pattern that you see in Civil War. Down to Peter getting the broken Blu-ray player from the trash, and he walks into his apartment for the famous moment where Tony Stark is waiting for him to offer him the Stark internship and take him to Berlin. But because of things that happen in the multiverse, because of new random occurrences, it's not Tony Stark who's waiting for him there. It's Norman Osborn, and that sends his life in an unexpected trajectory that collides him with many unexpected characters in the Marvel Universe.
Hello, Troop Up here. As you guys may know, Spider-Man is a character very near and dear to my heart, and I can't help but feel nothing but dread for the upcoming Disney Plus animated Spider-Man show. With every new update, this thing is looking more and more like a gigantic mess. Throughout the years, it has gone through multiple changes. At first, it was called Spider-Man Freshmen Year, but now the title's been changed to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which I actually like a lot more. Originally, this show was supposed to be a Homecoming prequel. However, after some confusing announcements, that may no longer be the case. Charlie Cox will voice Daredevil, and Vincent D'Onofrio will voice Kingpin. We're also going to have some Doctor Strange appearances as well. Audiences were left wondering, is this show in continuity with the MCU? The answer is very simple.
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes.
This show has also been in production for 4 years, and we're still not sure who'll be voicing Peter Parker. It's supposed to come out on November 2nd, 2024. The head of Marvel Animation recently had this to say. I mean, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is amazing, to say the least. I think it's really going to surprise people. It is very much like a cut from that Steve Ditko era of comics. It's Peter Parker back in high school, just trying to make it work, take care of his aunt, completely broke, and having to be a superhero. It is so essentially Spider-Man, and what Jeff Trammell, the creator of the show, did, which I think people are going to love, is he built this ensemble of characters around Peter that you fall in love with. Similarly, just because it's a long-form storytelling, as those relationships brew, when the stakes rise in that first season, things feel really tragic and dangerous, and pretty incredible. So, I love that show. Now, as a big Spider-Man fan, you'd think this comment would get me excited for this show.
Right? Wrong.
I'm incredibly bored of high school Spider-Man that yet again has to learn how to be a superhero. How about we have a Spider-Man in his prime, at his peak strength and experience? The showrunner, the main writer, Jeff Trammell, his previous work does not exactly fill me with optimism. He is most known for Craig of the Creek and a episode of Owl House.
I'll give you 10 snails.
Add 2 more zeros, and it's a deal.
1,000 snails? What kind of game are you playing?
Capitalism, where everyone wins except you.
Since it's our first time, we should pick something meaningful, something beautiful.
Like this strangely buff little man?
I'm half beef, half Bob.
Little buff guy, what did you do?
A real man never takes accountability.
Amity's updating her Pinstagram.
Shout out to my fellow witches, hashtag humans can bite it. Okay, she's gone.
Release!
I'm a sneaky sneakster.
I've got leaves in my pants. And I like it. And I like it.
Yeah, and I have a secret I'd like to share. I like you, George.
Secret keeper, would you like to hang out sometime?
Yeah, yes. Sure. Yes, I think.
But what if people think it's me? It's okay if it is. Good writers write what they know. Writing is vulnerable. Writing is sharing. This story is a part of you, and you shouldn't hold back any beautiful part of yourself.
I like writing these stories with you, but I really love being able to hang out and spend more time with you, 'cause I like you.
You're cringe.
This makes me think the show is going to prioritize progressive messaging instead of telling a good story. Take a look at some of these pictures. Here are some of Peter's friends. Amadeus Cho, also known as Asian Hulk. The goth girl from the Runaway show that no one watched. Where the hell are all the people Peter actually met in school? And of course, we also have a race-swapped Norman Osborn.
So, to summarize, we have continuity confusion, name changes, unconfirmed voice actors, race swaps, and highly likely to include
The message.
This show is looking like an absolute mess.
Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching.